Hey guys, it's Jay Baer. Welcome to another edition of Jay Today. Two interesting side notes for today's episode. First, I'm in Phoenix today visiting my mom. She quilted this, which is why I'm in front of this somewhat unusual backdrop, which also does not make for a very fantastic logo for Jay Today. Or my friends at Emma, who sponsor the show, get more from your email marketing. Go to myemma.com. They will hook you up. The other thing that's interesting, perhaps, is that I'm wearing my clear glasses today. I switched to my darker glasses on the last episode, but on just the second time I had my brand new boat out on the lake, I managed to drop my glasses in the lake, so it's back to clear glasses until further notice for me. Interesting new research this morning, published from my friends at Sprout Social, all about whether or not consumers like it when brands are snarky in social media. Now, there's a number of brands that are snarky from time to time, but perhaps the most noteworthy snarky brand is our friends at Wendy's, home of the square juicy hamburger. They're particularly snarky on Twitter. They've kind of made a big hullabaloo about it, gotten lots of industry coverage about it. I've written blog posts about it, as have a number of other people. So Sprout Social decided to put it to the test. Do consumers actually like that kind of thing or not? So I very much suggest that you download the whole study. It's free, very interesting. As I said, just came out this morning, but I want to point out three different questions that they asked specifically in the research. First, the behaviors that consumers want from brands on social. 86% of us want our brands to be honest, and that doesn't seem too much to ask. 83% want brands to be friendly. 78% want brands to be helpful. And then it kind of starts to slide. 72% want brands to be funny. 43% want brands to be trendy. Only 39% want brands to be politically correct. And just 33% want brands to be snarky. So it's interesting to me because a lot of people want brands to be funny, but not funny in a snarky way, I guess funny in a different way. A second question that they asked is what brand actions actually prompt consumers to make a purchase. 48% said if brands are responsive, that helps them make a purchase. That sounds great. It's very much a hug your haters approach. 42% say providing educational content. That's a very utility approach. And you can see trash talking competing brands only 10% of the time. Does that cause people to make a purchase? That's probably not surprising. Somewhat interesting also on that note is that only 27% of consumers say that providing behind-the-scenes content causes consumers to purchase. Perhaps that's not surprising to you, but that seemed a little bit low to me. And then the third chart I want to bring your attention to is this one, consumer sentiment on brand behaviors on social. Sprout asked people if they thought each of these things were cool or annoying. 83% say that when brands use video clips, it's cool. I'd say I guess it depends on the video. 83% say it's cool when brands respond to questions. I like the sound of that. Then it starts to drop. 68% of us say it's cool when brands join conversations. 66, about 2/3, say that it's cool when brands talk about timely events using GIFs, down to 58%. And then it really drops off. Making fun of your competitors is only cool 1/3 of the time. Using slang, about the same. Talking politics, even less. And making fun of your customers, just 12% of the time. Now, let's make sure we put this research in the proper context. This is questions being asked in a vacuum. They're not saying, here's something that Wendy's said, do you like this particular thing? They're asking, do you think it's good when brands make fun of customers in a vacuum? It may work for Wendy's. We're not entirely certain. It certainly works from a public relations standpoint because many people have been talking about it, and here I am talking about it again. So it may work for Wendy's. It may even work for your brand, but from a overall perspective, it doesn't seem to work, at least according to this research from Sprout, which I found very interesting. Again, I encourage you to grab a copy of the whole report. You'll probably find it interesting. That's it for me. In front of this quilt in these clear glasses, I am Jay Baer. This is Jay Today, sponsored by Emma, and I'll catch you next week. Thanks.